Okay, I'm going to do an RF alignment on the hacker tonight. Scale calibration is slightly off. So I'm set to 550 meters, which is 545 kilohertz, and I'm going to just try and adjust the core to get it in. Now, unfortunately, we've got a lot of interference from strong channels this evening, but we'll see if we can do it anyway. Okay, there's our signal. So that's 550 meters, which is 545. So I'm adjusting the local oscillator coil right at the top of the board for the low frequency end. The tuning capacitor is almost totally closed, and then I move up to high frequency end, which is 200 meters, and that's 1500 kilohertz. Turn the power down as low as possible. Now I'm adjusting the it's pretty spot on actually. The high frequency end probably hasn't gone out, it doesn't need to be adjusted, but this is the trimming capacitor here for the oscillator high frequency, and basically it's a trimmer capacitor across the oscillator tuning capacitor. So just finally adjust that. I can't get any better than that. That was pretty good. And then what you do is you just go back again just to confirm our we haven't knocked anything off with the low frequency end. 550. Turn the power back up again. There it is. Okay, so that's okay there. Seems to be working fine. The scale calibration is good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the high-ish frequency. I'm not going to do the very high frequency. I'm going to do 250 meters, and 250 meters will set the aerial trimmer high frequency. And there's two aerial trimming adjustments on these radios. The low frequency end is simply moving this inductor on the ferrite rod to get the maximum response. Well, I'm not going to mess about with that. That should be fine. I'm just going to do the high frequency end. So we'll set 250 meters, and that should be giving us 1.19, 1.1, about there somewhere. We should be able to hear that. It's also quite a good check for scale calibration. So what we do now is we're not actually trying to bring the signal into calibration, we're trying to just get the maximum response out of the set. So it's a little bit out, but it's acceptable for an old radio. 198. It should be around there, so that's okay. Turn our signal strength down, and then peak the aerial trimmer. It does sound like the power amplifier, and this is limiting itself. Go back to the non-amplified version. At least I've got a proper manual for this Ronin Shorts now, so if it is messing about I can have a look at it. So, adjusting the trimmer now for maximum sensitivity. Very tight, these screws, it's actually almost screwed fully down. That's interesting, that's brought the gain up a lot. It's actually so powerful now it's swamped out the... So there we go. You probably don't actually need the signal generator for doing that, you just peak that to maximum signal strength. And now you can hear the set's much more sensitive. So to reiterate, low frequency, tuning getting more or less closed, 550 meters, 545 kilohertz in the signal generator, adjust the core until you get the maximum response at 550 meters with as low RF as possible. Move to 200 meters, 1500 kilohertz from the signal generator. Adjust the aerial trimmer capacitor for maximum response, and then move the needle to somewhere in the middle of the scale. You don't really need a signal generator for this. The higher end is preferable, and adjust the aerial trimmer to get the maximum response from the set. So it's basically pretty straightforward alignment, and it should work quite well. Now let's see what we can hear. Towards the edge. So it's working really well.
Diego Costa. Un estudio en torno a... Diego Costa's running back for Marquinhos.
We'll just check long wave.
The most senior British women engineers.
Radio 4, 1500 meters, which is 198 or 200 kilohertz. So yeah, working nicely. Nice little radio. I've got a Sovereign coming on the way next. It's in a bit of a mess. We'll try and get that one going. That does actually use mostly silicon transistors in the RF stage, so won't have any problems with tin whiskers and anything. Anyway, thanks for watching, and more to come.